Welcome, guys. Hello, my beauties. Getting straight into it, acknowledge the fact that I'm a little bit late. Life happens. I could be more apologetic, but at this point, we already know what the cycle is, so we'll just acknowledge it for what it is. Welcome, my beauties. We've got some music going in the background today as opposed to some meditation flowing because that's the kind of vibe that I'm feeling this. I guess today, that's just kind of what the day's been like for me today. I've really been utilizing some musical therapy, so I'm just going to utilize it in this space to help to, you know, allow me to see what's going on in the space for you guys. So today's reading is for my Taurus babies because we have the full moon in Taurus tonight, 24th of October. So this is for the November Tarotscope. And the reading is basically going to be, the general reading, Celtic spread. Then we're also going to see what the universe has. As far as guidance for you guys, then we're going to do a romance card for you guys. Well, I say a, but we'll see what sort of pops out. And then we'll also kind of keep the vibe going with some stress cards. We may pull a stress card, that's to be seen, but I'm also going to be doing extended versions of these reading, guys. You'll be able to get access to that via my Patreon. I'm just getting myself all up and running at the minute, so do bear with me. But the reading tonight will basically give you guys a bit of a general insight in terms of what to expect for November to come. And yeah, just sort of letting you guys know a little bit more about what I do. If you guys like my style of reading, I'm not here to fortune tell. I literally just kind of tell you guys what I see come through the cards in terms of the work that your guys kind of advise for you to be focusing on at this time. For the, I guess, specifications of November, because that's the month that we're going to be looking at for some insight and guidance for that month. I'm going to re-cleanse and bless the space as well. Say a prayer to open this space, even though I've got my music going, vibing in the background. Just so that we can just open the space and you guys can sort of see what sort of comes in and out for you guys. I will put the camera down at some point so you guys can see what's going on in terms of the spread. This reading is for my Taurus sun, moon and rising, and for my cross watchers, welcome. It's nice to see what's going on in other people's dimensional state of being, so well done you for doing some extra work. Okay, so we are going to go and get everything going, guys. Okay, we're going to get the vibe going, we're going to get the space started. I'm just going to get an incense going and lit for you guys. So the candle that I'm actually using tonight, I make my own candles, guys. I also make my own oils, which I'll be using to anoint my hands to go into this space for us. So this is a candle that we'll be utilizing. This is the water elements candle. I make candles for the purpose of meditation so we can tap in, guys. Okay, and this water candle is basically the candle represented for inspired creativity. And that's always what I like to sort of tap into this space with, to find my creative self, to allow for you guys to be able to get your guidance through that reflection. I'm going to stop talking now because I've been talking already for almost 4 minutes and we haven't done any work. So I'm going to get the space ready, lit and active for us. And we can take it from there so that we can just call in the guides to assist us for the guidance that we're going to be receiving. All the miracles. Thank you. So we're just cleansing the space, guys. Now we've got all 4 of the elements here ready to lend itself to the work that we'll be doing. So we've got water, okay, got some positive stuff going on there for you guys to make sure that I'm putting the best in to get some good stuff out. We've obviously got air. I'm just gonna utilize the white sage to cleanse my space as I go into this space for you guys. So now, as you can see, we also have some fire and we've got some earth. I've got some, gems going for us. Sorry guys, my bad. So I'm just gonna go on and get some, bear with me. There we go. Awesome. There we go, guys. So now what I'm going to do is get us going with these spreads. I'm just going to open the space with a prayer. I'm going to anoint my hands so that we can, make sure that the effectiveness of the information that we'll be getting through is going to be as clear as possible. Okay. The intention now is so that my hands can be utilized as a vessel to pull through the divine information as it sort of comes to light. Okay? Right. So, this is some neem oil as well, guys, that I make myself as well. And neem has so many healing benefits. Check out any of my other videos. I go on about it as well. So, just to bless the space. Most righteous and heavenly divine spirit, we ask that only beings of the highest and purest of vibrations are present to provide us with the guidance, light, and beauty that we need in terms of being able to see through the energies that we need to be working with on, over, and through at this time. The intention is to get some clarity and guidance for the November season so that we can see what's to come, so that we too can allow for ourselves to be as naked as possible in our divinity, in our power, in our vulnerability, because there is power in it. And may we be divinely blessed in the space to receive that insight. Ashe. Alright, guys. So, we are going to start with the Celtic spreads and see what's going on for Taurus. I'm just going to anoint my throat as well, guys, so that I can project as clearly as possible. That's my notepad one. Let's just keep that routine going too. Why not? Okay, so Divine Spirit, what is the guidance for my Taurian tribe, for my Taurus, for the November Tarotscope? What is the divine guidance? Okay, guys. Higher power is going to be at work for you guys. There is going to be divine intervention over your hopelessness, over your fears, over your how can I put it? Your lack of success. Okay, there will be some higher powers working over your lack of success throughout the month of October to bring some clarity. Where are they and what crosses Taurus at this time, Spirit? Where is Taurus and what crosses them at this time? Let's go. Sorry guys, there you go. Now you guys can see it properly. What is the, where are my Taurus tribe and what crosses them for the November season, Spirit? Where are my Taurus tribe? What crosses them? Okay guys, so if you saw that, your cards have just fallen out. And what Spirit wants you to know is that at this time you guys are having some indecisiveness. There's definitely some blocked creativity. It's almost like you guys are holding a blindfold to yourselves in terms of how deep you guys are prepared to go. You guys are restricting yourselves. That's probably the best way that I can put it, because you guys are, again, being that earth-based energy, you guys are working from a perfectionist perspective. And what I would like to probably say to you guys straight off the bat on that is that perfect is subjective, so let that go, and don't allow for that to stagnate you and continue to cause further delays in your creating, because I can see that delays are definitely happening at the minute in terms of the progress that can potentially be made. I'm actually just going to grab the rest of the cards because there's a lot going on for you guys. So I'm going to grab the rest of the cards and see if that has anything to do with this space or if I just need to continue reading. But right now, Spirit's saying that November will continue to see delays for you guys. And we'll be sort of seeing further what that delays and restrictions are. Okay. So just looking at the cards, I can see here at the minute that I think I'm going to pop these back in, but they're saying that the delays are basically being caused at the minute by, how can I put it? The delays are being caused at the minute because in the past you've isolated yourself. In the past you've been lonely because you were taking risks in the present moment. And going forward, you can realize that those risks are going to be overwhelming. That loneliness that you decided to embark on in the past or from your past is really going to be something that will pay off in the long run. But I think right now it's natural for you to be panicked because that realization that it is risky is really just setting in. So I do understand, going forward that the overwhelming emotions in this space are very justified, but don't worry about it. This is what you need to do to be able to move on. This is what you need to do to be able to move forward, and you decided that this is what you wanted to do. So let's be clear on that. Sorry guys, I know my hand keeps getting in the way, but I just want to be able to give you guys the opportunity to sit in on the spread as well. So right now you guys are dealing with delays throughout November. Again, those delays are happening because you have to do the soul searching. You have to go and do the work. You're going into God's detention center of isolation, basically. You have to go within. And that's what the past energies of, I guess, October really sort of instigated for you guys. What's crossing my Taurus? Oh gosh. There's a couple of things crossing you guys. But ultimately, it is all for the purpose of self-sufficiency in the long run. I'm going to grab the cards that did pop out for you guys. Okay. So, hope. Hope is what is crossing you guys at the minute. The delay is that your hope and spirituality will be renewed. And going forward, charging forward, there will be some communicative, some quick communication. There will be some fast communication. That's the hope. And there is, what I will say is tap in, guys. Tap in. Because I feel like you guys are asking for these things, but you guys aren't necessarily, not all of you, but some of you guys aren't ready to do the work, the actual work that it takes to see these things come to manifestation. The things that Spirit's saying that you guys are having delays on right now, I feel like you guys want it to come in like that, but really you have to go deeper. It requires you going deeper, because when you're dealing with hope sees you through stormy weathers. Hope sees you through bad situations. Hope sees you through tragedies, through trauma. So it's not going to be an easy ride. And this, as well as a major arcana, so that, as well as the Hanged Man. So these are two major life-changing sort of, I guess, paths that you are going to be embarking on. I mean, the delays is ultimately, for the purpose of hope to be able to act and activate its vibration. I hope I'm making sense to you guys. So basically, Spirit's saying that you guys are going to be delayed throughout the month of November, because you need to learn that hope can bring a renewed sense of self. Hope can see you through. Hope can allow for, the self-sufficiency that you desire to come to light. But right now, you are being emotionally immature, and it's not going to come in that way. It's just not possible like that. Okay? Going to try and get you guys to be able to sit in on the spread, like I said, guys. Okay. So, where are, what's in the past, present? Oh, wow. Okay, what's in the past, present? Oh, no, that, what's in the past, recent past, near future, subconscious mind, and conscious mind for my Taurus. What's in the recent past? Recent past, again, it's very clear. You guys have gone into isolation. You guys have decided that soul searching is really what is required for you guys to look at the potential of your creating, for you guys to tap into your raw power in terms of your creating. And you're looking at that from a perspective of the things that have been unfair, the things that have been unjust, the things that haven't necessarily gone accordingly to plan, basically, that have just left you overwhelmed. What is the near future for my Taurians? Okay, we've got guidance, guys. Okay, so the near future for you guys, we'll see that there will be some lack of direction, basically. There will be some lack of direction, and there will be a sense of feeling stuck as well going forward. And again, that's why that hope is really going to be important, because the hope is going to help you be able to feel secure in what is happening at that time, and what's going on for your spiritual growth, in what's going on for your spiritual renewal. But you are going to be a little bit scatterbrained. You are going to be a little bit, how can I put it, like hasty in terms of your decision making. Don't make decisions based on your baggage. Don't make decisions based on the things that you're carrying emotionally, that's projecting thoughts or triggering thoughts in your mind. Go deeper, okay? That's what I've been saying to you guys, but I feel like that's what this reading's really going to sort of be about. Whenever I see the Hermit, I know that it's going to take a lot to really be worked through what's to come. So let's see what's in the subconscious mind and the conscious mind for Taurus, Spirit. What's in the subconscious mind and conscious mind for Taurus? As clearly as you can, please. Subconscious and conscious mind for Taurus for November. Okay. Okay. Okay, no. Okay. So for you, my Taurians, Spirit's basically saying that you have been overwhelmed, overburdened, overstressed out, and it's been a lot to take on, but you will be avoiding responsibilities, is what's going on in the subconscious mind. You're not necessarily wanting to take on those responsibilities, and because of that, externally, it means that there are going to be sudden changes, there are going to be sudden shifts, there's going to be, things will appear like it's crashing down in terms of disasters around you, but really Spirit's just working because it has to. Basically, you're not necessarily doing the work that you need to be doing, so that Spirit can really allow for the full harvest of what it wants to come to light right now, because of what you have going on in the subconscious mind, because you are not necessarily wanting to take on full responsibility for your baggage and the space that the stuff that you've brought into, you know, your space of creating. Spirit's going to have to work externally because of that fact. Spirit has more optimism in the space, more optimism beyond just limited harvest and success. Spirit has optimism for a long-term growth and development. So that's why Spirit's going to really be sort of instigating that, if you will, for the month of November for you. So just remember to have faith and keep the hope going. Just be sure. Okay, so I'm going to grab these and pack them back in because I haven't asked a question, but I can see that this has to do with emotional security for you guys. This has to do with emotional calming, and I feel like that's what the King of Cups wanted to come and let you know. This is an opportunity for you guys to mature emotionally. So I would advise that you guys take that feeling stuck scenario and alchemize that into maybe looking at it as a blessing in disguise. Maybe this isn't necessarily the root, but maybe I can do something a little bit more mature, okay, as Spirit put it. So can we get some clarity, Spirit, for what's in the attitude for November for Taurus? What's the attitude of my Taurus? Oh God, you guys aren't liking this. Oh my gosh. Yes, you guys are going to have to become emotionally secure, and you guys aren't liking that at all, because it requires doing stuff that isn't seen, and that's not you guys' forte. Seeing is believing for you guys, whereas feelings are more based on believing is seeing. So this clearly is going to be a bumpy one for you guys to come, because of the loneliness, because of the isolation. Let's see. It will bring you self-sufficiency ultimately, but let's see what's in the attitude for Taurus for November, Spirit. As clearly as you can, what's in the attitude for Taurus for November? As clearly as you can, please, Spirit. We are open to receiving any and all guidance we can at this time. Any and all guidance at this time, Spirit. As clearly as you can. What is the attitude for Taurus throughout November? Sorry guys, it clearly means that you guys are going to be battling through the elements. I can see that already. Taurus, I'm going to be sending you guys anything that I have left in reserve as far as my positivity, because I can see that this is going to be two big major arcana for you guys in terms of where you guys are on your current journey. And I can see in the past you guys have already embarked on a major arcana. Going forward, you're embarking on, again, another life-changing obstacle, in terms of your lack of direction. So just hold faith, hope. Let's not forget, hope, guys, is what Spirit's asking for you guys to tap into throughout the month of November. But right now, the attitude for you guys is to do with lack of progress in your relationships. There has been some partnership breakdown. There has been some breakdown in communication even. And the attitude in that space means that there's a lot of tension and conflict because of that breakdown in partnership, because there has been scattered and hasty decisions in communication. It does mean that, there are some issues in terms of the communication that is sort of being experienced at the minute in terms of your partnerships. So just be mindful of that, because that's just your attitude at the minute. If you are thinking on that level, if that's where your emotion is based at the minute, it's already speaking volumes. So if I see that card come up for myself, it lets me know that, okay, there's a breakdown in communication. What can I then do to become more transparent in my communication with the individual or individuals that I would like to develop more of a relationship with, and go beyond that surface level of a relationship where now that there's been a bit of tension and conflict, we can't seem to move past this because we don't have conflict resolution tools. I think this would be a great time for you guys to address going internally, to work on, through, and with your emotions, to understand why your attitude is feeling like there's a breakdown in communication, and what you can do to assist that evolve into more of a transparent communication. Okay, now let's see what is in the atmosphere for my Taurus spirit. What's in the atmosphere for my Taurus tribe? Because they're going to be going through a lot in November, but we want to know what's in the atmosphere for them so that they can fully prepare themselves. Okay, gosh. Okay. Right, guys, Spirit is definitely going to be doing the most work for you guys. I literally have to make sure that both of my hands are clear for this. So the atmosphere for you guys is both the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Now, for my familiars, when it's, that are used to readings, the Ace of these types of suits are very much sort of letting you know that there's going to be blessings in these two departments for you guys. So your emotional responses will manifest your financial prosperity as well as your physical manifesting. Okay, so basically your emotions are blocking your manifesting, and the atmosphere that's going to be present for you guys throughout November is going to give you the opportunity to manifest within alignment of your potential, rather than continuing to let your emotions be the driving force of how you do things, or not do things rather, because I feel like for you guys it's more than not doing things that is causing some of these delays that you guys are having in the space at the minute. But I think that Spirit's letting you guys know that this is a great opportunity for you guys to go beyond the surface of the situation. Know that your work that you're doing in isolation now will pay off, and Spirit is going to bless you. I'm going to say this much to you guys. It's not going to be easy, because when the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles does come up, as well as the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups is really saying that it's going to be a very emotional challenge for you guys. So I'm not going to sort of advise that you guys take this lightly throughout the month of November, but Spirit believes in you guys, and what it's asking for you is to believe in yourself and hold hope, hold faith. And know that you have what it takes to see this through to the end, so that you can tap into the full extent of your potential. Okay, Spirit's doing this because you have a misalignment of your values at the minute, Taurus, and Spirit needs for you to understand more so that the things that you are doing are more you acting from an egotistical manner rather than the true nature of yourself. And you just kind of need to take an opportunity to be honest with yourself about that first and foremost, so that you can really sort of move past it. But beyond that, there's definitely rewards to come for doing so. So just, again, keep the faith and continue to just know that when you feel stuck, you have the tools. You just have to go within to understand emotionally how you're being triggered by the things externally, because again, the message for you guys coming into this spread was external forces and self. So there's going to be a lot coming at you guys throughout the month of November that you guys are really going to need to be present for, because you are going to feel stuck, and it will feel that way for your ego, but essentially Spirit's here to do its work. And the ego is only here to understand what Spirit does as Spirit does it, so again, I'm just going to be sending you guys anything I've got left in reserve. What I do want to do is get more of an understanding of what's the hopes and fears for you guys at this time for November. What is the hopes and fears for Taurus, Spirit? What is... Okay. Right, we have guidance, guys. We have guidance. The hopes and fears for you guys. Okay. Again, I'm going to put down the card so I can just put it across as clearly as possible. The hopes and fears is that you have been restricted in the past, and right now you are intending to be selfish to yourself again. I feel like that's more to do with self-love, because I feel like that restrictions taught you a lot. Those self-imposed restrictions, that limiting belief in the past has taught you a lot about, right now wanting to be a little bit more selfish to yourself, so that you can decide how you want to go forward and establish yourself in the world externally, how you want to do family, how you want to manifest wealth into your life, basically. And the hopes and fear is that you will be able to manifest that wealth going forward. The hope is that you will be able to manifest it going forward. The fear is that you'll be triggered by those limiting beliefs from your past all over again, which is why you're being selfish at the minute. So work your intention in that space, but be mindful going forward, okay? Wealth comes with its own responsibilities. There's certain burdens that comes along with that. There's certain obligations that comes along with manifesting that wealth, and it doesn't come overnight. And for it to be substantial and long term, it requires for you guys to be present in the moment, to be able to really allow for it to be a fortune that's going to see you through. It's not sort of like a hand-to-mouth situation where you've got this paycheck and you're living paycheck to paycheck. It's more, okay, I'm at least some savings in the bank, I feel good, I feel comfortable, I'm secure. Okay, that is possible. I can see that that's the hopes and fears. Like I say, it is possible, but again, there's work that needs to be done. You need to work on that self-love. Hey, beautiful. You definitely need to be working on that self-love and tapping into the space and making sure that you are present. You're present with your anxieties because they're there. Like, regardless of whether or not you choose to acknowledge them, they are there and they are creating for you at a subconscious level. And if you decide not to do anything about it, Spirit's letting you know it's going to end anyways. Like, that's just not where we are as a collective consciousness anymore. And Spirit's letting you know that right now. You can either roll with the punches. You can go forward and manifest that wealth that you so desire by actually doing the work. Or you can sit back and continue to feel stuck and give your power away to all these external forces. All this tension. Again, you've got tension because your wishes are being fulfilled. Let's go deeper, guys. It doesn't have to please our ego straight off the bat. In fact, it's the things that don't please our ego straight off the bat that teaches us more about ourselves. So, again, Spirit agrees. Those are the things that sees a sudden change. Those are the things that sees us move forward quickly, okay? I'm going to grab all the cards because Spirit just wanted to chime in there. Oh, bear with me, guys. Okay. Again, you guys are definitely carrying some baggage in terms of your communication. I feel like there's been very vicious and harsh communication for a lot of you guys in terms of like growing up and stuff. You guys really need to go back there and address it because it's really affecting your ability to keep hope alive, basically. Other people didn't necessarily nurture your optimism. And it means that right now you're not able to tap back into that space. But let go of their projections. Return that shit to sender so that you can continue to do your work. So let's see the outcome for my Taurus. What will be the outcome for Taurus then, Spirit? After all that they'll be going through in November. Okay. Here we go, guys. Your outcome is, again, inevitable ends. Inevitable endings to your lack of future planning. Inevitable endings to your lack of progress. Inevitable endings to your lack of direction, guys. Like, Spirit's saying no more. Like, you guys are definitely fighting the transformation going forward. Definitely. But regardless of whether or not you fight it, it's going to be happening. All that means is that it just delays the process. Okay? Like, you guys are delaying the process of the transformation that's happening throughout the month of November, because what's happening is that you guys, again, being that earth sign, you guys are so like rigid on it needing to be exactly as you want it to be. Otherwise, you can't be grateful for it appearing as it is and just accept it as that. But this is an opportunity for you guys to be able to do that. Okay, if you do that, I promise you, like, this will be a transformational month for you, because ultimately this is how the cards are showing up for the tribe overall. For the people that can get their cards actively in this space where they've gone through that transformation, I can only imagine the rewards that Spirit has in mind for you guys. Let's not forget, the atmosphere here is that you can achieve the Ace of Pentacles as well as the Ace of Cups. And again, like I said, the Ace of Cups comes with its own baggage, but the reward is the Ace of Pentacles. So you guys have to decide what you want to do. Do you want to continue to be your own obstacle on your road to discovering your potential, your light, your nature of your being? Or do you actually want to tap into some shit? You know? Let's do some stuff, guys. Let's work our magic. Right. Now that I've got all that good information out of the way, guys, I am going to grab a guidance from the universe, and then we'll just grab a romance card for you guys, and we'll just leave it there for the night, closing out this space. But yeah, just wanted to quickly stop in and let you guys know what's going on. What's going on for my Taurus for November, Spirit? What do you advise? What's going on for them? In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Okay? Know that when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Come on, guys. Like, you're either going to fight the transition and create more obstacles for yourself, or you're going to be open to receiving the divine blessings that are coming to you. Either way, the choice is yours. You know, Spirit gives us a choice every single step of the way. The choice is usually ours, but then when it doesn't go the way that we want, when we decide that we want to go with our ego rather than our true emotions, then we blame it on Spirit. You know, that's not how I saw it going. Well, maybe you didn't make the decision based on your truth. How about that? My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. That will be the energies for you, Taurus, throughout the month of November. This is basically just letting you know that the key to prayer is to forget what you think you need. And again, that's pretty much been sort of like the stuff that I've been saying. The divine intention for you universally at this minute is to realize that you can come to recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. When you choose fear, decide to choose love, because fear vibrates on that frequency that's only going to continue to call darkness to you, things to continue to be fearful of. If you live in love, you get the opportunity to embrace spirit in all its abundance and lightness that is everywhere and divinely beautiful to be appreciated, guys. So the choice is yours. That's what I will say to you guys. Yes, it is going to be bumpy, but at every single obstacle and hurdle, we have a choice. We just like to throw our, decision making tools away so that we don't have to take responsibility for the choices that we make, but we always have one. What is the divine guidance for Taurus for the November forecast? What do you have for us, Spirit? You'll be getting to know each other as you go deeper to heal your family issues in terms of your romances, guys. And I think that's very much, I can understand that, because you guys will be working towards moving beyond being stuck. So right now is probably the best time to work on unraveling some of those family patterns that you don't really want to take on into the next phase of self. What is the guidance for my Taurus tribe? Clearer than that. As clearly as you can. What is the guidance for my Taurus tribe for the November Tarotscope? What do they need to know at this time, Spirit? Okay. We have guidance, guys. Oh, that's nice. So, guys, what you need to know is that in the past, there has been some separation for you guys in terms of the relationship. And I feel like for some of you guys, this is emotional separation. I feel like you've detached yourselves from a partner emotionally. For some of you guys, this has been a physical experience that's manifested in terms of, a separation for you guys physically being apart. But that's the past situation for you guys. What Spirit wants you to know is that presently there is the opportunity for new love. This can either be with a completely new person, or this is the opportunity for your love life to be, manifested to another level of itself, manifested to another plane of romance. Okay? And the, I guess, suggestion to you guys is to trust the process. Trust that as you release your ex and cleanse your energy, it will allow for you to be able to bring in a romance that is more in alignment with you, a romance that will be more sufficient for what you're creating going forward. Okay? Because you guys are going to be going through some stuff this month, I'm going to pull a stress card for you guys to sort of close out this space, and this is my final guidance for you guys. And we'll just sort of shut up shop with that. But I hope that was good for you guys. Okay, what I'll be doing is some extended on these so that we can go deeper into seeing what's going on. Okay. Right, so the stress relief for you guys, and I think Spirit's even speaking directly to you guys through this, the stress relief is for you guys to calm your body down. Calm down your body and name your feelings. Okay, as you do that, you'll be able to breathe with your diaphragm so that you can allow for your shift in consciousness to be manifested through your breathing. Okay, calm down your body, close your eyes, go through your whole body first by tightening each part of it for a few seconds, and then relaxing. Begin with your feet, calves, the front and back of your thighs, your buttocks, your stomach, muscles, back, neck, shoulders, and both arms and hands. Face, cheeks, mouth, eyes, forehead. When you're finished, rest with this relaxed feeling for a while with your eyes closed. When you relax yourself properly, you will feel less tense. Okay? Now, I hope that was good for you guys. I know that there was a lot to take in there. I hope it was clear for you guys as well, because I was just trying to get as much clarity as possible. And I know I've got my little, my little turn up going on in the background, so it might be a little bit distracting, but it was actually very good for me to just be able to be calm in the space, receive the information and give it as I see it, and just, not feel like I need to make anything feel pretty or nice. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna get you guys to come back full view. Here we go. Right, now that we're closing out the space, guys, so thank you ever so much for your time, your patience, your energy for sitting in with me tonight, or whenever it is that you do get this, or the time to see this. But I hope that you guys know that you have the potential to do, achieve, create, experience whatever it is that you want. All you have to do is make that choice for yourself. Okay, if you like my readings, get yourself onto my website, guys. That's www.shakimabrown.com/free if you'd like a free reading. If you'd also like a free prayer of manifestation, you can also get that at the same link. If you just want to book yourself a reading, check out my website, all the w's.shakimabrown.com, and join my Insta tribe, that's Shakima Life, and for my Facebook, that's Shakima Brown. Okay, so I hope that was good for you guys. I hope that is useful and effective for you guys, closing out this space. Like I said, I will have some extended versions of these on my Patreon, where I'll be using the Work Your Light cards to give you guys more of an insight on how to work your intention throughout the month of November, with all the energies that you're going to be affected and impacted by. Okay? Mwah. Until next time, my precious. I love you guys. Enjoy your night.